This is a simple demo to show how to use the virtual assistant to facilitate the NetLogo behavior analysis. So let's get started. So let's run. So here are some the simple descriptions. So we can type in anything to get the help. For example, we can type in the how to use it. So here is some help description. Actually, you can type in anything other than the predefined commands here. So for this program, it only allows the following 4 statements: the set variable to the values, and set variable from the values to value with the increment by the value, and set repetitions to the value, and set experiment name to the string. So because we use the wolf shape prediction module as an example here, the only allowed the variable names are the following 7, and if you type in any other variable names, so the system will pop up the error information. And if you have complete typing everything, you can just type in the done. And if you want to check the record, you can type in the output. And if you want to exit the exam, so you can just type in the quit. So let's try to type in some command here, and here, for example, so let's type in the set the shape reproduce to the 4. Here I intend to mistyping the shape reproduce to this illegal format. So just want to check how the program processes the illegal variable name. Here you can see that so the system is parsing this command to set the variable to the values, but the typing variable name is not legal, so the program cannot process this information, and it gives some hints. So the following 3 are most closest to the variable name based on the length. Now we can correctly set the shape reproduce to the 4, and now you can see that so it's parsing this command, and it successfully set the values to the 4. So we can currently type in the show to checking the records. Now you can see that so the system successfully remember and set the variable shape reproduce to the 4. And now so actually we can also override the variable values. For example, so we can type in here set reproduce to the 10, 20, 30. Here, so for the values, so the values we can use just one integer. We can also use a couple of integers. So here, so now you can see that so the system is still parsing the same command set variable to the values, because the shape reproduce variable has already been in our system. So the system remind us it's resetting its configuration. It resets the values to the 10, 20, and 30. And if we type in show, we can see the results. It has the values has been changed to the 10, 20, and 30. Here for the command set variable to the values, we can only use the numbers, so we cannot use the text. Here is the example. So set the shape reproduce to the 10, 20, and 1000. Here, let's hit the enter, and then you can see that. So our system cannot parsing the command. This is because we can only type the numbers here. So the 1000 is not the correct form, and if we type the show, we can see that. So we do not change the variable ship reproduce values. They are still the 10, 20, and 30. So besides setting values to a couple of numbers, we can also specify the range here. So we can use this command to set the ship reproduce from 10 to 50 with increment by 10. Here you can see that. So now here is the tricky part there. So we have our currently typing also match the command set variable to values, because the system will treat the ship reproduce from 10 as a variable for the string 50 with increment by 10 as the values. But you can see that. So the system give us some suggestions. The ship reproduce from 10 is not the correct variable name, so that's an error. However, the typing command also match another predefined command. It's a set variable from values to the value with increment by the value. So here you can see that the system successfully reset the values of the ship reproduce. So it is set. So if we type in the show, so you can see that it has been changed to the 10, 50, and 10. So you can see the difference between this command and the previous command here. So because this command set it to a range, so we use a bracket to represent the range. But for the previous command, we do not have the brackets. And here's then we can try to set another variable, the initial number ship, to the 50, 30, 30, 50, and 60, and it successfully. And if we type in show, you can see the difference between set the variable to a couple of values and to a range. So if we type in down, so the system will give us the following prompts. So we have not set the other five variables, and each one has a value, so it asks us. So if we try to use the default value, we can just type in the yes. Otherwise, we can type in any legal command. So for example, so if we try to set the repetitions to the 20, so we can set the repetitions to 20 for this command. So the system also firstly to check because set variables to the values, but you can see that the repetitions is not the correct variable name. So the system gives some error information, and then it try to parsing another command. It's the set repetitions to the value. Now we successfully set the repetitions to 20. If we type in the show, you can see that we successfully set the repetitions to 20. Here, the number of repetitions have to be a single number. So if we try to give it a sequence numbers, it will give some error informations. You can see here, so it's not the correct format. So we can only type in the single value here, And so if we type in show here, so the number of repetitions is still 20. And now similarly, we can also set the experiment name to the hello world. So it is for this command, it also firstly match the predefined command set variable to values. So similarly, so the system cannot process it correctly. So then it will jump to another command that set experiment name to the string. So it successfully sets the experiment name to the hello world. If we type in show, so you can see that. So experiment hello world, and here are the other typing information. And if we want to type in down, so you can, it will still give these following informations. So we missed some of the, if we do not type in the, if we do not set these variables values, so the system will use the default value. So if we type in the yes here, so the virtual system will show the final result. Then we can directly copy the output here directly to the NetLogo behavior analysis. Then we can run it. Then we can type in the quit to exit the program. And for quit, yeah, correct. Here, so now let me try to show how to do some of the simple inference. Now let's try to run that one. Yeah, so here, so for example, so if we type in the information, every variable is an integer, so the system answered either something, and then so we type in the shape reproduce is a variable. We tell the system such information, and then we ask the system, is the shape reproduce an integer? So yeah, so the system will answer yes. And if we asking another question, so if is a wolf reproduce an integer, because we did not tell the system wolf reproduce is a variable, so the system can only say that I do not know. So if we tell the system the wolf reproduce is a variable, and we ask the system again, so if is wolf reproduce an integer, so the system will answer yes.